Hello, my name is Andrea Sheely, and we are in week 5, part D. We're going to answer some questions about preparing for our pediatric Zoom conference group meeting. So the first question reads how is preparing for a pediatric group activity different from your preparation that you made from the adult interview in level 1, part 1? So this one I feel like requires a little bit more creativity, a little bit more patience, making sure that we're prepared for anything to kind of happen with this client. I know a lot of times when I Zoom call with my niece and nephew, they are all over the place. So how are we going to make sure we're being successful with keeping the child on track, within the line of sight of the Zoom call, and just keeping them engaged so that they're not kind of all over the room? The second question reads, what challenges do you think you will experience when conducting your group activity via video conference with a pediatric client? So like I just mentioned, it is kind of difficult to keep the child honed in on one location when they're on Zoom calls. A lot of children want to run and play, and they don't necessarily understand that they can't see, or you can't see them when they're all over the room. Another challenge I think might be a little bit difficult with this activity is the fact that we're going from having 2 practitioners guiding a group to having 4 practitioners guiding this group. A lot of changes in practitioners might be kind of difficult because it is a small time frame, and a lot of times kids are a little bit confused about like what person am I looking at. So I think it's going to be very important for us to just be extremely well organized, know who's going first, who's going second, who's third, fourth, and making sure that we're very clear with the child what the order is going to be, and everybody's kind of right on point and paying attention. The third question reads, what are some strategies that you employ to overcome these challenges? Like I said, just being very organized. I think it's important for us to practice as many times as we possibly can, and I might actually see if we can borrow one of my nieces and nephews to kind of run the group class on before we perform it. That way we know how the child is going to kind of maybe react, or some things that we can prepare for our actual treatment session. Question number 4. Do you feel the communication with a pediatric client is easier or harder than communication with adult clients? In a live setting, it might be easier just because children like to have fun. And as long as you are enjoying their world and interested in what they're saying and doing, they're going to love you. And sometimes in the adult population, they are very blunt and they don't care about doing therapy and they don't want to be there, and they will let you know that they don't need occupational therapy. They're here to walk for physical therapy. So I think working with children, as long as you're engaging and you're fun, that can be definitely a strength to have in communication. However, I'm not sure about how it's going to go on the Zoom session with communication, a child versus a geriatric client. Like I said, the child is kind of all over the place sometimes, but on the other hand, you have those geriatric clients who aren't experienced with technology, so it could go either way, you never know. And the 5th question is, what are some strategies that you use to assist in enhanced communication with pediatric clients? Like I kind of mentioned before, just being engaged and showing the child that like you're interested in anything that they want to talk about, whether it's Pokemon or it's LOL dolls, making sure that they know they are kind of the center of your world for that like couple of minutes, that 30 minutes that you're with them, and you know, you're there to support them and motivate them, and they are just the best thing ever, because honestly, that's what children need, is they need a lot of love and they need a lot of care. And with being in a diagnosis or having some type of disability that might require a lot of assistance, sometimes those children just need a little bit of extra care and an extra love, and just showing them that you're there to do whatever they want to do. You do have a treatment session planned, but if they want to run around the room a couple of times, then that's okay, because they are children and they are allowed to play and have fun and be silly. Thank you. Have a great day.